it's happy Lionsgate. Oh, I forgot it's Lionsgate on top of Mercury retrograde.
And what area would you like me?
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. And you know what? Happy Lionsgate for sure.
Which one?
Some technical difficulties here. So I'm going to get myself
Mhm.
off of here, I think.
Okay.
I can't be. Oh my gosh. There we go. There's always some good old technical. There we go. That's perfect. So we have some changes this morning in honor of Mercury being in retrograde.
Okay.
There's some, I think Chiron is also in retrograde, and today happens to be Lionsgate. So the planets are having some fun. They're dancing around, which may cause some technical difficulties for us.
Okay. And
So
so which area would you like me to cover in my 30 minutes?
whatever you would like to speak on, the theme is lifelong vitality. So it pretty much covers anything you want, anything to do with you being awesome. I mean, start by telling us how old you are, because you certainly don't look or act your age in a good way. So let
Thank
me
you. I love
introduce you
you.
all to, of course, you love me. I love you too. So let me introduce you all to my awesome professor. Not right now, this minute, but a long time ago, because I've earned my doctor.
Yeah.
So I'm a doctor of metaphysics. He is a doctor of, I believe, toxicology, correct? Maybe more. So with that, I bring you one of my favorite professors, Dr. George Grant. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Dr. Marianne. It's a pleasure to be here always. And I'd love to share with your audience here today about how important lifestyle is to live longer, healthier, stronger till the age of 101 and beyond. This is really my goal here. So I'm currently 75 and a half years, and my parents and grandparents died at a very early age in their mid 50s from both sides. So here I am. It's all about lifestyle. It's not about the genes and your DNA. Dr. Bruce Lipton said it's not your genetics that determine your longevity, it's your lifestyle. So here I am, a living proof of this, and I help my clients, about 85,000 worldwide, 40,000 happy clients, and 45,000 on social media to live healthier, longer, stronger till the age of 101 and beyond. As an example, Dr. Marianne, here's a guy that was 79 years. In 1998, he has lousy lifestyle. He was put on 28 prescription medications, and they done two bypass, two stents, and then hoping to get him to just be able to live. Uh, and they could not, obviously, because of his lousy lifestyle. So he had 99% clogged arteries, severe problems, and they told him in 3 months he's gonna die. Nothing they can do more than give him any more meds or more bypass or more surgery. Lousy, lousy lifestyle, eating habit, drinking habit, sleeping habit, exercise habits, all very bad. So I helped finally convince him to have a healthy lifestyle. I told him, what have we got to lose now? We got 3 months to live in 1998. Why don't you start change one of this lifestyle once at a time? Guess what? He did. He is now 104, no meds, no bypass, no stents, no clogged arteries. And he said, Doc, I want to live to the age 110. You know what? I think he will because he's now having a very healthy lifestyle. He actually inspired me to write this book, How to Live Healthy to 101. Even if you have 28 medications and lousy, lousy lifestyle. So, Dr. Marianne, nothing can fix poor lifestyle. What I've seen right now, people are rushing to every clinic and every hospital in Canada and the US to get Ozempic, Rybelsus, uh, you go like they don't even understand what are the side effects of this medication to lose weight. Why don't you just follow a healthy lifestyle without having to worry about undesirable side effect? So before you do any medications, please, I would advise you to look at the side effect and side benefits. If the side effect exceed the benefits, that's going to harm you at the end. So before you rush into Ozempic or any of this Jacovi or Rybelsus or any of the stuff, they called HLP1. Please, GLP-1. Do not touch any of those medication until you see the side effect. We've seen people now suffering extensive side effect with this medication, and they regain the weight back when they stop those medications. So it's not, see, the best simple things to do is just Dr. Marianne's guidance here. Once you go to academyofwellness.com, you complete lifestyle quiz. It's free, doesn't cost anything. 10 questions, every question is 10 points. This guy here initially, he had the quiz results of 15%. He was truly walking dead. Today, he is 78% alive at 104. Dead in 1998 in 3 months, alive now at 104. And, it's really simple thing that is not complicated. You don't have to have three doctorates like myself. You don't have to have three masters or three bachelors. You don't have to write 400 papers. You don't have to write any 20 books. All you got to do now is just simple lifestyle. Just take a wild guess. What would this guy eating every day for 25 years? 6 strips of bacon and 3 eggs fried in the bacon fat first thing in the morning. I said, "You've got 99% clogged arteries." He said, "Doc, I like the smell of it. I like the taste." I said, "I know you like it, but you've got 99% clogged artery." He said, "What do I eat?" And instead, I said, "It doesn't matter. You still cut oats, porridge, vegetables, anything except this bacon and eggs." He said, "I don't like porridge." I said, "Sir, if you keep doing whatever you're doing, you're gonna be dead in 3 months." He said, "Okay, I'm gonna eat your stupid porridge." And I said, "How much water do you drink?" He said, "I don't like water. I drink diet soda. They told me it's safe when I have diabetes." I said, "No, it's not safe when you have diabetes." They told me it's FDA approved. I said, "Sir, I work for the FDA for 10 years and CDC. FDA approved does not mean FDA safe. So stop doing the diet soda, please, because you're taking 5 medication for diabetes, 5 for blood pressure, 5 blood thinners, five for every medication on earth. You're taking 5, and then he's not getting anywhere. He's just dead in 3 months in 1998." He said, "Okay, I will not drink that diet soda. I'm gonna switch to your stupid water. I'll add a little bit of lemon, apple cider vinegar," as he told me. Guess what? He followed my stupid advice, and guess what? He's alive today at 104, and he's living now, hopefully till 110. Like seriously, if there is anything you can do to live till 110 from being dead in 1998, I would definitely do it to extend your life by 30 years. He was 70 then. Today he's 104. You know what? We have Dr. Marianne will tell you I have 80,000 clients. Some of them have this severe problems in Canada, US, and Europe, all over the world. All you got to do now is to follow a healthy lifestyle. What you eat, what you drink, how you sleep, the exercise. By the way, there is no substitute for exercise. Now, when Dr. Marianne took her dog out to walk on Lake Ontario every single day, it's good for not only for her but for dog as well. And she sent me all of the pictures about the beautiful scenery on Lake Ontario and the beautiful water and I feel very jealous because I'm not close to the water. However, I live close to a park here. Once you go in this park, you feel like you're in Ecuador or Costa Rica or somewhere. And it's only like 5 minutes from my house. You know what? It's all about walking for 1 hour a day. Don't join any gym because people go and join the gym for a week and they never show up again. So just take a walk. Beautiful stroll in the park or close to the lake. Take your dog, take whatever you want to take with you and take for a walk. And then you know what? You will feel good. And then follow how much water you should drink. Half your body ounce in water per day. It's simple. If you drink coffee, make sure it's a black coffee.
Black coffee. Here, I just want to
Exactly
say black coffee.
black coffee.
But can I say one thing? Sorry, back
Yes,
to just the gentleman who said, "Oh yeah, they said it was safe for diabetes." No, if pop isn't safe for anything, soda,
yes,
not for anyone. Even if you're super healthy, it's not safe for you. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. Like it's
yes.
pure sugar and garbage, really.
Absolutely.
Like, I
Absolutely
mean, I
correct.
know there's other things you can have. I don't know, you can have a healthier version, I guess, of ice cream, but I'd rather have an ice cream every once in a while
Yeah,
than pop every day. My goodness. People that just come off of pop are already losing weight, right? And thank you so much for
yes,
talking about the various
yes.
drugs and stuff that are no good and they
Absolutely
make
correct.
a
It's
mess
all
out of your.
common sense stuff. And then what we do here also, so the lifestyle quiz on the academyofwellness.com is free. You can pick up 30 minutes with me on Zoom or WhatsApp or for free, zero cost. And you can even, if you want to add Dr. Marianne with me on that as well, for free.
Oh,
Now,
you froze a bit. Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
yes, they can join us for free together and pick up our brain for free to see how we can help them in the lifestyle journey to extend their life, to make sure that they live longer, healthier, stronger. Not just 101, maybe 105, maybe 110. In case of Marianne, I know she want to live to 111. Okay, because she is so healthy. And you can look at her skin right now. Her skin is so beautiful, and she looks at least 20 years younger than her actual age. I'm not going to discuss her actual age because
You
I'm
can
her
see my
doctor.
age. I'm
But I
63.
I make sure that she looks always young and healthy and beautiful, because when you see people, the skin looks like a prune or like grapes shrinking, and then they go and get please do
That's,
not do this.
that's
And then no oil of Olay and no Botox. Please do not use Botox until you find out the side effect of Botox on your skin. I mean, the Botox come from Clostridium botulinum, which is highly toxic. You don't want to add this to your skin. Anyway, so common sense here is really uncommon for people. But if you follow it, if you follow the lifestyle quiz at the academyofwellness.com, and then pick up the phone, and then if you really have some challenges with lots of meds, pick up the phone and book virtual voice scan. This virtual voice scan will scan your body head to toe to show you exactly what's going on in your body. It'll show you 290 pages of accurate reports, 98% similar to blood test, MRI, PET scan, CT scan, ultrasound, ECG, AKG, and X-ray. You know what? You don't have to pay for this. If you just mention that you met me with Dr. Marianne here at this show, we'll waive any fee for this. So we'll run the scan for you. And if you're unhappy after run the scan, you get full refund, which is zero because you did not pay anything for it. Okay, so you get zero refund. You did not pay anything. You don't get any refund back. But you know what? I'm predicting
oh,
that you're going
you
to
mean
refer
it's
to us.
100% refundable? What are you
Yeah,
talking
exactly. Exactly. So, but you're gonna refer to us at least 10 clients who are struggling, do not know what to do, like 3 months and he's dead. And if you think this is amazing, this guy here had 3 weeks. He had 100% clogged. They told him, if you have 100% clogged, you've got 3 weeks. That's from 25 years ago. He is still alive today. Like, friends, please listen to us right now. What we're sharing with you right now is this is life stories. People dying, poor lifestyle. Now people living because of healthy lifestyle. We can go on and on to show you what we have done here. 25 books written with the top doctors in the world, like Les Brown, and all of these top doctors in the world that we written the books with. And everything about natural remedies and supplements written all of this book with all these top doctors here, doctors from all over the world. I don't need to go through all of this here with you. I'm not here to talk about myself or Dr. Marianne. I'm talking about you personally. Do you have a healthy lifestyle? If you do have a lifestyle quiz at the academyofwellness.com, over 75 to 80%, like us here, you're going to be for sure living to the age of 100 and beyond. But if you do have, like this guy here, 15%, so please pick up the phone and join us and do something about it today. Do not wait until the doctor keep adding medication, because see what happened, the physician are trained specifically in managing symptoms. We deal here with detecting and correcting the root cause of your lifestyle issues. What is bothering you personally? The minute that you open your eyes in the morning until you close your eyes to go to bed, hopefully by 10 p.m., not 11, not midnight, not 1 a.m., it's 10 p.m. is the bedtime. And then during that time, when you wake up in the morning, say at 7, you can have a breakfast, healthy breakfast, complex carbohydrate, proteins, healthy fats, and then you can have dinner at 7 p.m., skip lunch. So you have 2 meals per day, intermittent fasting, and that way you can manage your weight. So if you have breakfast, which is break fast. You're breaking your fast at 7 a.m. and then you go and have dinner at 7 p.m. You allow 12 hours between the two meals. You're breaking basically the fast here. And then after 7 p.m., you shut down all food and all drinks until 10 p.m. So 10 p.m. now is to prepare like 9:30, no blue light, no TV, no cell phone, no stimulation for your brain because your brain needs to shut down to switch from cortisol, stress hormone, to melatonin and more serotonin and more endorphins. I'm sure most of you heard of endorphins. By the way, I was the first Canadian scientist to isolate endorphins in 1981. Most of you probably were not born at that time, but in 1981, with two bright scientists at the Faculty of Pharmacy and Medicine, Saskatchewan, we were the three who isolated endorphins. And endorphin is not just a hormone to reduce pain; it is to stimulate serotonin, which is a happy chemical in your brain, to stimulate GABA, to stimulate oxytocin. So the endorphins is the basic hormone to reduce pain, but also to stimulate the other brain neurotransmitters that help you to sleep better, to live better without pain. Nobody should be taking OxyContin, morphine, Demerol, and any of this stuff to mask symptoms for pain. All you gotta do is just some stretching, some full hydration, full oxygenation. Could you believe that Dr. Marianne know this? 85 to 90% of my clients do not know how to breathe properly. They breathe from the chest when they inhale. You got to actually expand your belly when you inhale, and then it's exactly, it's a deep belly breathing
Let's do
every
so.
hour,
Let's
5 to 10
show them
belly breath.
how. Let's show them how, Dr. Grant.
Okay, so
So
when you actually stand up, so when you try to inhale, the belly will expand like this. And then after about 10 seconds or so, it will shrink. And instead of
and make
from
sure this
here,
doesn't
the
move.
chest, because the chest have the rib cage, it's from the belly. The belly expand.
That's right.
So you do this 5 to 10 times every hour. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the brain going, the oxygen going to your brain, and then all of the chest now and all of the body getting the oxygen that it needs to produce all of the brain neurotransmitters to live healthier, happier. It's just like common sense how easy it is to do the oxygen, belly breathing, and the water, and the exercise, and to eat healthy food. Simple tips like this will make you live longer, healthier, happier, and then you do not need any medications, operation, radiation, amputation, or any complication that suppress and manage your symptoms. We need to
He's a poet
deal
too.
with the root cause.
He's a
Exactly.
poet. What are you doing with an Aloha t-shirt? You're trying to make me jealous because you're in Hawaii and I'm not.
Yes, yes, exactly. It's, everything we talk about here is common sense to extend your life, to live a healthier lifestyle, and to live longer, stronger, happier, fulfillment, and then to help other people to do the same thing too. Because the more people you help, the more people you reach out to. I wish I know what I know at age 18 to help my parents and grandparents live longer, healthier, not to depend on medication operation because they actually died very unfortunately because of too many medications, too many operations, and so on. So my mission, and Dr. Marianne also mission, is to prevent and reverse diabetes. This is number one common problem right now that surpasses heart attack and stroke, especially if you live in southern US, if you live in Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and New Mexico. Listen very closely to what I'm telling you right now. 50% of the adult population have diabetes plus obesity, but 65% of kids in a school have that. So when these
Wow.
kids becomes adults, we're gonna have a problem, big, huge problem in the South. If you don't believe me, just go to Louisiana, go attend Mardi Gras and see what people eat in Mardi Gras on Tuesdays.
True.
You'll understand why people have very unhealthy diabetes and very unhealthy, obesity. And the solution is Ozempic is not, any of the GLP-1. The situation now is to follow a healthy lifestyle, as we've been sharing with you right now, because masking symptoms and getting temporary relief from this medication is not really the answer. So let's go all of us together now on a journey to help people to reach out to them to improve the lifestyle. Nothing can fix poor lifestyle. Nothing. Not a single drug, a single supplement, a single herb can fix poor lifestyle. So let's focus on lifestyle first to see what Dr. Marianne is drinking right now, what I'm drinking right now is the water. It's really simple techniques. It's not that difficult to do.
Can you tell me your opinion on, just because I was having this conversation the other day, on peptides? How do you
Yes,
feel about peptides?
very important to have peptides because these are the building blocks for amino acids and protein in your body. So you need muscles when you actually age because when we see here, look at us, we get good muscles here. So people, when they reach the age 50, they get something called sarcopenia, loss of muscle mass. And then once you lose muscle, you're going to have high fat and then you're going to see your belly fat going up. So to improve that is to take peptides, amino acids, and proteins, and to add this to healthy fats, healthy protein, healthy fats, healthy complex carbohydrate, like sweet potato, not the simple regular potato. And then eat the sourdough bread, not the regular bread because it's already fermented, especially if you have celiac, if you have some gut dysbiosis, if you have acid reflux, do not use white bread or whole wheat bread. The
Oh,
flour, it's
sprouted
really
is
bad for you.
sprouted
So
is good.
if you eat sour bread or if you eat
Sprouted.
a full grain, like if it says whole grain bread, but no molasses added, make sure that you read the label because some of the whole grain bread, they add molasses and they add stuff. Make sure it's like organic whole grain bread and you only need one slice per day. That's all you need, one slice per day, or sourdough bread. So common sense, Dr. Marianne, is so simple. It is really easy to do, and you need only about half your palm size in proteins every single day. So you don't need like 10 ounces of steak. You just need about 3, 4 ounces of steak. That's all you would need. Half your palm size. That's all. And then organic chicken. Of course, organic because if you have regular chicken, you get hormones in it, and you have regular beef, you have hormones. And please do not consume cow's milk because the hormones that they add to the cows and antibiotics added to the cows and the casein, not any physician talk about casein, the milk protein. They talk about lactose, which is the milk sugar. I'm very concerned about casein, especially if you wake up in the morning. If you follow commercials in the US to drink 3 glasses of milk to have a white mustache, please do not do that. You can switch to almond milk or coconut milk or even any rice milk is much better than cow's milk. So because cow's milk has the casein, and if you wake up in the morning with phlegm or mucus, then you know that this is the cause from consuming milk. And by the way, if you listen to the commercial to tell you 3 glasses of milk will prevent you from osteoporosis, I'll tell you something. Cow's milk is very acidic in nature. It will cause osteoporosis, but not milk, coconut milk, almond milk, even rice milk or kefir, any of this milk can actually strengthen your bones and prevent osteopenia, osteoporosis because they're alkaline in nature. You see, common sense is so uncommon. It is really easy to implement everything we're telling right now about leading a healthy lifestyle. That is all we need to do. And then we can prevent heart disease, heart attack, diabetes, obesity, any chronic illness, any pain in the body can be prevented very simply by doing stretching and exercise and following all of those tips at the academyofwellness.com. So what am I expecting here? I'm expecting everybody listening to us right now to go to academyofwellness.com. I have only 375 blogs there. Before you go to bed tonight, I'm expecting each and every one of you will read all of the 375 blogs. I know it's impossible. I'm just joking. Just read one blog a day. By the time you finish a year, you'll know more about this than me because I forgot what I put 5 years ago on those blogs. So you probably know more about it than me or Dr. Marianne. You can even challenge us by knowing about all of the stuff in the blogs because it's all about informing you how to lead a healthy lifestyle, how to live longer, healthier, stronger till the age of 101 or 111 or 121, like Marianne there.
113 or
Yeah.
141. Who knows?
Or it's very possible to live to 141 and
Or
you
maybe
break a
200.
world record. Yeah,
You
very
know,
doable.
I
Very
was
doable.
taking this course and it was in spirituality and
Yeah.
energy healing and metaphysical, very metaphysical in nature. And really we were designed and meant to live to be 300. That was the original
Yes.
plan. And then we ruined it. Let's just talk a little teeny bit. Let's touch on this and why we need supplements,
Yes,
because our soils are so
yes,
depleted,
yes,
and not everywhere in the world. If you go to Europe and if you have regular white bread, not that I'm, promoting white bread in any country, but it's different in Italy.
yes,
I'm Croatian, so when I go to Croatia, oh my gosh, the bread is so good.
yeah,
But it's different. Their soils are different,
yes,
and we've depleted the pants off of our
yes. You're
we need
absolutely
supplements, and
correct.
I'm going to be talking a little more about my supplements here. Let me show you, because
Yes,
you're familiar with my line here with
yes,
the Yelgo,
yes,
made from the DNA of the plant
yeah,
and infused with negative ions. We need supplements.
absolutely.
We can't even
Yeah,
avoid it, but you don't need Ozempic and you don't need
yeah,
medication.
yes,
I get asked this a lot. And people will ask me, oh, you're 63? So what medication are you taking? And I'm like, I'm not taking it. And not are you taking, but what medication are you taking?
exactly.
And I said, no, I don't take medication,
Yeah,
but I do take an awful lot of supplements and I do a lot of pre-healing. So now I've discovered that not that close to where I live, but close enough for me to go. I have a scalar clinic.
yeah,
What do you think about scalar clinics? Like, I love that.
yes,
And
absolutely.
it's all
100% in
frequency. I
agreement.
know you have a frequency device, and so do I.
Yes,
But Scalar
yes.
Clinic is super awesome, and everyone's like, "Oh!" I told one of my neighbors, and she's a doctor, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear what's going on." And I said, "Nothing. I'm just going for nothing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping not too much is going to be going on. I'm 63. I'm sure there's something inside of my body that's not all perfect, but
It's okay, but you
but I'm
still
not going to
aging
use
gracefully.
medication."
You aging gracefully. And if anybody look at you, Dr. Marianne, they said you're 43, 45.
I
You're 20
usually
years
do get
younger.
that.
And
Yeah.
by the way, did you know that some ladies in Europe, in the Balkan countries, they can still get pregnant at age 70?
Oh God, no, no.
At age 70, like they cannot actually push the child, 8 pounds child, so they
Sure.
do a C-section. But in Europe, in the Balkan countries, because they drink very healthy water, come from the mountain, and they live
Yes.
to
The
age
spring water, right?
probably 120, but at age 70 they can still actually be fertile and they can still get pregnant and deliver a healthy baby, 8 pounds baby at age 70. Like here at age 45, that's it. That's the I mean, there's nobody can get pregnant in North America at age 45. That's basically the cutoff. So from
Oh
45
God,
to 55, people suffer from menopause. No, that's
yeah.
not Dr. Marianne now. No, she's not in any close to hot flashes, night sweats, and
Not
all of this
anymore,
stuff.
but I did go through it a little bit. A
Some
little
people
bit.
go through it mildly, but some people go through it very, very vigorously. And then they go and eat. Doctors sometimes recommend something from the horse urine called synthetic progesterone and estrogen for women. I do not recommend you take this unless if you're trying to compete in the Kentucky Derby with other horses because they come from horse urine. So if you're planning to do that, that's okay. You can take that, but you can take bioidentical hormones or take the one that Dr. Marianne is showing here from black cohosh, dong quai, isoflavones, and any of these kind of natural hormones would help you through this period of your life.
We actually have a couple of horse trainers in
Yes.
our group,
Yeah.
and they actually give them these. That's actually how they got started,
Yeah.
and they take them as well. But
Yeah.
also, I give these to my dog,
Yeah.
and I know my friend, one of my teammates, she has basically saved her cat's life with these.
Yes. And I know you do not feed your dog any of the commercial dog food in cans and synthetic stuff.
And
You
you
feed your
don't even
dog
need
as
it.
much as you're eating yourself healthy stuff. See, I wish every person listening to us right now, they
Mhm.
eat the proper food, they drink the proper fluids, they do the exercise, they sleep at, 9:45, 10 p.m. every night. If they do that, and they
Okay,
go in
let's cheat on
lifestyle quiz about 78 to 80% like us here, then there's no reason not to live till 101, 121, 131, as Dr. Marianne was saying, 141. Very possible. So you know what? Just let's go on a journey together, not only for us, but to touch 5, 10, 20, or 100 other people too that you want to help them with this journey. In fact, I'm speaking to a senior group in about a month I'm going to invite Dr. Marianne here to be with me on this call to age gracefully. I'm going to be talking about everything I talked about today and then more. So if you're interested in this, let Dr. Marianne know, and then I will email you the link. You can join us. It's a local call here and there are only about 30 of us seniors, and then they all very well informed about wellness and lifestyle. They all follow the Academy of Wellness and follow the same stuff that Dr. Marianne is talking about. I'll send her the link. She can send it to you, and it's coming in about 3 4 weeks. I'll email you that link. So let's leave the last 5 minutes I have. I've got 5 minutes left here for any Q&A for somebody on listening to us. They can send you a text or be on live and ask us any question that they want.
It's okay. We can go on for a little bit longer if you have time. Because
Yes, I do.
I'm liking this back and forth discussion because
Sure.
my next speaker is actually at 10. So we have like a good 15-20 minutes. So
Okay, sure.
I do
So,
want to address some of this because my last summit was aging backwards,
yeah,
which I really like. I like that title, but I like aging gracefully. I may very well call a book Aging Gracefully because
yes,
I haven't written one on health in a while. So
yes.
we'll have to get you to either do the forward or maybe do the
I'll be
write
more than happy to do that.
a
Yes,
because it's so important and people are like, oh well, what I was talking about, mortgages, and I go, yeah, you gotta set up your future financial plans, and they're like, yeah, but you're 63, so what do you like, you only have, and I'm like, what, I only have a few more years to live? No, I go, I feel like I have another 30 years minimum.
good.
30 years is a long time
Yes,
to not
yes,
have money or not be stable or not be, so yeah, I'm gonna be, and they're like, oh well, when are you gonna retire? And I'm like, define retirement, like, I don't understand. First of all, I think if you keep working, your brain keeps
yes,
working. And it doesn't, I run 6 businesses right now. You don't have to do 6 businesses to keep your brain running.
yes,
You're good with 1 or 2 if that's what you desire. But I do some MLMs. I do and everyone's got an opinion on everything. And I'm like, what is it about MLMs you don't like? Well, first of all, if you've been an entrepreneur, tell me, because I know you like MLMs too. So if you've been an entrepreneur and you've been working for yourself, you are accustomed to paying for everything: marketing, accounting, website,
yeah,
what's it called? Maintenance, uh,
yes,
I don't know, marketing, this, that, the other. Okay. What in the world is wrong with joining a company that gives you a website for free? They maintain it for free. They do
yeah,
shipping for free. You don't have to worry about anything. All you have to do is sign up people and tell them about the product and point them in the right direction. You want to buy it, buy it. You don't want to buy it, it's okay. I don't need
yeah.
to be putting all kinds of ridiculous pressure on you. That's a
Um,
different story. But what would be wrong with joining a group of people, like-minded people who are interested in their health? Because I'm going to tell you something. You can whine about money. You can whine about, oh, I haven't been anywhere on a trip. Oh, I don't like my life, or I don't like my job, or I don't like my family. I don't want to spend any time here. I don't want to do this. You can do all of that. But when your health messes up, that's all you think about.
yes,
That's it.
exactly. I
If
agree with you 100%.
people, I just saw someone, uh, business oriented, this, that, and the other. He got cancer, and
Yeah,
that's all he talks about. He's obsessed with getting better. And I'm like, yeah, when you get something big, or you have a heart attack, or you have a
yeah,
stroke or something, or anything big, or you get some sort of disease, you immediately are enveloped in that.
yeah,
Nothing else matters. And then now you're looking for all kinds of, and for years I've been telling him, oh, you should try some of this preventative. I mean,
yeah,
who knows if I hadn't done all the preventative things that I
yeah,
did, maybe I would have gotten something. I like my food. I used
yeah,
to be a sugaraholic.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not anymore, but I used to be. And gosh,
Actually, Dr. Marianne, sugar feeds cancer because
yes.
if you eat lots of
Thank
high
you.
simple sugars, you're going to be actually having cancer cells in your body. And cancer, if you have been diagnosed with cancer, it does not mean that you should start chemotherapy, radiation, and biopsy, because this is the worst thing. I tell my clients, do not do mammogram because mammogram, by putting X-ray in your breast, this is gonna initiate some cancer cells inside existing, because everybody have cancer cells in their body.
All
But
have
if you do
some.
mammogram, but why? What about if you just do the virtual biofeedback scan here, or do thermography,
Yes.
infrared,
Where's your
because this
picture
is
on
something
that? Do you
natural.
have that? Do you have that? Let's tell people what that is. Do you have that picture that you used to have, the poster
Yeah, this is the
for thermography? Anyways,
feedback scan, which is through the voice energy, voice frequency. We can test how healthy is your breast, how healthy all of your body organs, and then it'll give you 300 pages of complete reports similar to MRI, PET scan, CT scan, ultrasound, CBC, 98% correlation. And then you can, if you don't want to do this, you can do thermography, which is based on infrared for
mhm,
the breast. So I tell my clients, do not do any invasive stuff like mammogram or colonoscopy. There is something right now we can do. You can collect a stool sample and put it in an envelope, send it to the lab. It is as accurate as colonoscopy. I had a client, Dr. Marianne, somebody in his mid 50s. He's done 4 colonoscopy, and every time they do colonoscopy, they find a polyps and they remove that polyps. And then he said, "I'm scheduled for the number 6." I said, "Sir, do not do this." You know what he told me? "I respect you. You have 3 doctorates, but you are not an internist. I trust my internist." I said, "I'm not asking you to distrust your internist, but colonoscopy is very invasive stuff." He listened to the colonoscopy and he walked out of this surgery with a bag. And he called me after this. He said, "If you tell me now to jump from a CN tower, I will do it, because I do not like this bag idea."
mhm.
Because they found that I have so many polyps and nothing, so they removed half my colon. I have now a bag. I said, "Sir, like, you don't have to follow 100% of my advice, but if you follow 90% of it, you live longer, healthier, and happier." If you would have done the fit test, you can ask any physician in Canada or in the US, they call it Cologuard. A Cologuard is taking a stool sample. It is 95% accurate to any, you know,
Mhm.
colonoscopy. But this is not invasive. The invasive is colonoscopy, when you stick a garden hose in your bum and then they go inside your colon here with all of the scope and stuff. So I tell my clients, do not use colonoscopy, do not use endoscopy. The endoscopy, put a camera in your mouth. I had one lady, she done 3 endoscopy and they found H. pylori and they found in the camera things in her. So I said, "Lady, do not do any more." She said, "Doc, I have acid reflux. I have difficulty digesting food." I said, "You got to take the prebiotics and probiotics and postbiotics. You do not need an endoscopy." She said, "I'm scheduled for another one." I said, do not do it." They always tell me I'm gonna follow, and I trust my internist because he's gonna put the camera inside my mouth. Guess what she did? She did the endoscopy. She cannot have any solid food for the rest of her life right now. Her esophagus is destroyed, and she can be on liquid diets because she cannot swallow any food because her esophagus now is destroyed from all of the camera inserted in her mouth. You know what? You don't have to believe anything we're telling you right now. Do not do any invasive stuff unless you have to do it. Please listen to my 55 years of experience in this, seeing 80,000 happy clients who know, like, and trust me. So do not do any invasive stuff. Do natural remedies. Focus on prevention, not intervention. Self-care instead of crisis care. Focus on the outcome. What are you trying to do here? You're trying to live healthier, happier, stronger. Okay. And then by doing the walk-in, by doing all of the prevention stuff that you talked about, by following a holistic health, by
Mhm.
following natural remedies,
Mhm.
like, you can really do this simply. You don't need 3 doctorate degrees. You don't need any of this stuff. All you gotta do is just have common sense to follow
Yes.
all on instructions. So
And
you
why
know
do
what?
we get questioned in the holistic world so much when you think about it? Just give it some actual, real, common sense
Yes.
type thought. Do you think that the people in the blue zones and the people in Okinawa and this, that, and the other, do you
Yes.
think they go for colonoscopies and
They don't.
mammograms
No.
and this,
No.
that, and the other? It's like, what? Are you
In Okinawa, they do not do colonoscopy, they don't do endoscopy, they don't do any chemotherapy. In Okinawa, they live to 110. In fact, there is one doctor I recommend for you. and for everybody else to listen, his name is Dr. Hinohara. He is 105 from Japan, and he is the oldest living doctor, and he's still seeing clients. He's still working, and he's very healthy.
Mhm.
Doctor, just go to YouTube and see his all of his YouTube
Spell
videos.
his name for us so we
His
have
name
it.
is Hinohara, 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 Japanese doctor. He's 105 right now, 106. He's still seeing clients in his clinic in Japan, and he's still recommending healthy lifestyle. He's a physician, he's an MD, but he does not recommend any medications, operation, radiation, amputation, any complicated. He recommends only healthy lifestyle. Like we're not
Probably.
the only the weirdest people in the world recommend the healthy lifestyle. There's lots of other people too, living in Okinawa, Japan, living in Loma Linda in California, living in Costa Rica, living in Greece, Italy. The blue, you mentioned the blue zones. Why the blue zones people live beyond the age of 101, 110, 111? Because they lead a healthy lifestyle. You cannot find anybody there taking medication, waiting for operation, radiation, amputation, doing colonoscopy, endoscopy, mammograms, and any of the invasive stuff that people do on a frequent basis in North America, and they don't have diabetes and they don't have any cancer. Like she is absolutely right, Dr. Marianne, right on. If we live the people like they live in the blue zones, we will be living healthier longer right here in Canada, in the US, in Europe, all over the
Everywhere.
world, like people live in the blue zones. Absolutely.
Even with our pretty sad North American soil recently. I mean, and I'm sure we have some really great soil somewhere, out in northern parts of Canada and northern BC, northern Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan. I'm sure there's some really wonderful soils out there where there's not, so many fumes from the city and so on and so forth, but ridiculous. Like some of this, I was
Yes.
like, there's so many natural options right now for everything. I was reading, so one of the things I've started taking also preventatively, so before anybody freaks out and asks me what's wrong with
Yes.
me, nothing's wrong with me. Well, maybe,
Yes.
but
Yes.
we're not going to discuss that. No. So I've started taking methylene blue about, I think my tongue is still blue. See?
Yes.
Anyways,
Yes.
I started taking methylene blue maybe not even 2 months ago.
Very
And
healthy.
let me try some of this, right?
Yeah.
So, and
Actually, it's been used by the first physician in the world 5,500 years ago. His name is Dr. Imhotep from Egypt, and it's been used by Hippocrates, who has developed the Hippocratic Oath. He's been recommending methylene blue because,
see,
I mean, if these two early physicians recommended methylene blue, which I take myself every single day. The only problem is that your tongue is gonna be looking like blue in color, so you're gonna hide it.
but you
It's
know
gonna
what?
stay.
I have a little filling here and it's white and it also has turned blue. So I'm
Yes,
just warning all of you people because my friend
yes,
has fillings in the front and she goes,
yes,
do that because I have fillings in the front. I go, I don't really care if mine shows because it's kind of like, how people have like diamonds and they've got different things.
yes,
This is my version of a tattoo. Who cares?
yes,
And you know what? It's fun. And you know what? If it doesn't bother me, why should it bother you? But that's a confidence issue and all kinds of
yes,
different things. But
absolutely.
I was reading a book
Yes.
on, actually, I got to find the author. I'm sure you know of him. And actually, I'm reading, and by reading, I mean, I'm Mark Sloan. I'm
Yeah.
doing Audible because
Methylene blue. Yeah. Yeah.
my schedule is crazy. And
Absolutely.
this is so
Absolutely.
much easier because I'm in the car. And he talks about Viagra. I just want to bring that up a little
I
bit.
do not recommend Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra because
Neither
for
does he.
men who have problem with erection, all they need to worry about is blood flow. But
Mhm.
if you use Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, be careful to actually have a heart attack. Actually, I had one client from Jamaica who has problem with erectile dysfunction, and he said, "Doc, I tried Viagra, it's not working. I added Cialis, I added Levitra. I said, you taken three of them?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Why are you doing this?" He said, "Doc, I'd rather die from heart attack, not to die from erectile dysfunction." I said, "Sir, did you know that's one of the side effects of Viagra is you're going to have priapism. You're going to have erection that lasts for 4 hours, and you need to go to emergency to cut your penis from the bottom there to allow the blood to flow." He said, "Oh my God, is that true?" I said, "It's true. One of the side effects of Viagra and Cialis is priapism. So you don't want to have that." He told me initially, "Doc, I'd rather die happy." I said it's not dying happy, it's dying in the hospital room from priapism. And if you really want to improve the blood flow, take something like grape seed extract, grape skin extract, take HRT, take even something like resveratrol to improve blood flow.
So I
And
don't have one handy, but we have one with my supplements.
yes,
So this one is for the heart and your
yeah, it's all
circulation.
about the
You
heart. It's
take
all about
this,
blood flow,
you,
exercise.
if you take this with the PRW for men that we have, it will
Back to
actually
me.
help.
Guess what? He's recommending now to all of his fellow who have erectile dysfunction, they do not take any of the Viagra or Cialis or Levitra. And by the way, I'm doing a study right now, how to reverse erectile dysfunction within 90 days. I'm doing the study right now. If anybody here interested, they can just join me and then we can actually include them in our study right now, how to reverse for male, of course, and for women who have problem with any problem with menopause, severe problem with menopause, then we can talk about that as well. Okay?
I actually have to say that the hormone balancers in this,
Yes.
and then also the other one that I'm going to highly recommend. So this one, and I can't find my hormone balancers
Yeah.
here, the
Yeah.
box, but it's here somewhere without me
Yeah.
searching for it. Is this one, which is a sorry, which is a here. Let me get on here. I just want to show these because later on I'm going to be talking about something else.
Okay.
But these are supplements that are stem cell regenerators and
Yes.
telomere extenders.
Yes.
So tell us a little about that. Actually, we've probably got about 2 more minutes. So
Okay.
yeah.
By the way, I'm not sure whether you know this, Marianne. I'm the scientist who has been hired by LifeWave International, the company that makes stem cell patches. They hired me as their scientist to do the research on their behalf. I'm part of their scientific team, not part of their MLM program.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in any of their X39, X49, let me know. We can supply you with wholesale costs there. And
That's
then
right.
I'm also doing the biomat, which you have the biomat from the amethyst
I
biomat
have
from
2,
Richway. You have two of them and the vibration mat. I know.
the vibration and then the heat.
And exactly. And this is actually improved blood flow. And it's amazing. And it makes you, it's an
Double win.
anti-aging. It makes you look younger. It takes care of the pain. No more narcotics. You know what? I've been with them for 15 years. I published 25 papers for this biomat company. And when Dr. Marianne using this and recommending it to her clients, a pet, by the way, loves this. Her dog does not leave the biomat. He's regular.
Pets love it. Pets love a lot of what we do. I mean, there's certain
Yes.
things you can't give them. You can't give them chocolate.
Yes. And
You
I forgot
shouldn't
to
give.
mention, Dr. Marianne, that this device is not just for humans, it's also for dogs, cats, and horses. So
Yep.
remember this, if you have a dog or cat you care about, we can scan them with you as well. So anyway, I seen two people joining us from your clients there, Vivian and Douglas. If they
Yes.
want to make comments before I leave, I'm going to leave you now in a couple minutes. If they want
Yeah,
to
we have to
unmute.
leave. We have to sort of end this up because Vivian's going to be speaking next, and then after
Okay.
that,
If they want to make any
actually
comments
Maxine,
of
and
everything
then
we discussed, go ahead
Douglas
and
is going to
unmute
join us
and tell us what you
later.
think.
Douglas is going to join us later for
Okay.
speaking. So, anyways, so I just want to end with this. If you're interested, give us your website again, Dr. Grant. Oh, it's right there. It's written right there, academyofwellness.com.
Academyofwellness.com, right there. That's all the things that you need.
Show us your book again.
Academyofwellness.com. And
Show
then
us
you
your
can
book.
request a biofeedback scan. Don't worry about any cost right now. Just mention Marianne and we can run the scan for you. And then we'll do all of this stuff here for you. And then you're going to be very happy. And if you're not happy, we'll give you full refund, which is the refund of zero, which you did not pay anyway. Okay.
And get a blue tongue. Get some ethylene blue so you can be blue with us.
Exactly.
I put a little less yesterday because when I'm doing a lot of talking, it's not
Yes.
so blue, but you know
Yeah.
what? It's good health. So anyways,
Well,
thank you so much, Dr. Grant. It's
thank you,
always
Dr.
a
Marianne,
pleasure.
for inviting me. And it's really always a pleasure to speak with you
We
and
need to
collaborate
get
with you. Thank you.
together. I need to come out to because Dr. Grant and I live on opposite sides of the city, which it takes almost an hour to get to each other because there's so much traffic in Toronto, not because we're that far from each other, but anyways, and say hi to your lovely wife for
We'll
me.
do that. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your
You
time
too. Thank you
and
so
your
much. Take care.
energy.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
So beautiful.